Two, which is about 250 sugarcane. Now make sure to break them from the desert, and as you can see, there's a whole bunch of sugarcane. And in order to get the speed talisman, you have to go to sugarcane collection 2, which is about 250 sugarcane. Now make sure to break them from the top down, otherwise you don't get the collection. Like if I did this, that only gave me 1 collection, where if I do this, that'll give me 3 collection. So once you've gotten yourself a speed talisman, it is time to head back to the hub. And sell any extra materials you might have gathered that you don't need. Maybe kill some mobs, get some coins, and head over to the Adventurer NPC. This guy will sell you a whole bunch of talismans. So the easiest ones to get at the start is the zombie and skeleton talisman. And then the ones that are a bit more expensive, the village affinity talisman, the mine affinity talisman, and then the most expensive, intimidation and scavenger. These two I might want to save for later because, again, they cost 10,000. Some coins each, but just keep note that this is here, and while you're hunting for other talismans, as you collect more coins, then you can buy the more expensive ones. Next up is the vaccine talisman, which is unlocked at potato collection 3. So make sure that you have your potatoes all collected, at least 500 of them, and you make a vaccine talisman with 9 poisonous potatoes. Now the easiest way to get these is to go to the graveyard right here, and there's a small chance that when you kill these zombies that they will drop poisonous potatoes. So kill a couple hundred of them, you're probably going to get enough to make your talisman. There you go, I just got a poisonous potato. So yeah, get 9 of these, you can make your talisman. So next up, you're going to want to go to the deep caverns and get yourself a whole bunch of emeralds. So emeralds are good because it allows you to get the magnetic talisman and the talisman of coins. So when we head over here, and you collect enough emeralds, then you can get, for example, the talisman of coins, which is unlocked in Emerald Collection 2, and it's crafted with 20 emeralds and 5 gold. And then later, the magnetic talisman, you craft with 2 stacks of emerald and 32 redstone, and that is unlocked at Emerald Collection 3. So, once you've collected redstone, and that is unlocked at Emerald Collection 3. So, once you've collected all of that, you can get those 2 talismans. Next up is the Wood Affinity Talisman, which is unlocked at Oak Collection 8. So this is a more difficult talisman to get, but it is my opinion that early game, it is really good to go all in with foraging. Buy yourself a jungle axe in the auction house and just go nuts. Collect as much wood as you can of all types, especially oak, because not only can you craft the tier 5 minions for every type of oak, but you also can get medium storages, which really helps with the capacity of your minions early game, and you do more damage because you get strength. So let's head over to Oak Collection. As you can see, Wood Affinity Talisman is unlocked at 10,000 oak wood. It is quite a task. Just get yourself a jungle axe, enchant it with telekinesis and efficiency 5, and this might take a while. It's going to take breaking a lot of trees, but early game you need to do it because it will get you a lot of minion slots, it will give you a lot of minion capacity, and overall it's definitely worth it. It just takes a very long time. Okay, so now that you've spent a whole bunch of time upping your strength through foraging, and you've probably done a bunch of other stuff to make your character more OP, it's time to go to the Blazing Fortress. And here is where you want to get the Potion Affinity Talisman. Now, the way you get that is by breaking nether warts. So, the way you do that is once you get in this massive castle, you head on up, and all throughout the castle, there are these little sections here where you can break nether warts. So this gets your potion skill up, which is nice because it lets you unlock the potion bag. But also, once you've collected enough of those, then you can get yourself the Potion Affinity Talisman, which is made with 16 netherware in every slot, times 9. So it's about 2 stacks and 16 in order to get it. As you can see, I pretty much just collected the amount needed for the Potion Affinity Talisman. It's really easy. And as you collect more and more of them, preferably after you put a minion, then you can upgrade the Potion Affinity Talisman to the ring and then the artifact. But it's much more expensive. It does require a minion. You're not going to be able to get that many just by breaking them manually unless you spend days doing this. So I would recommend just getting enough of the talisman and A minion and then put a minion down and you.
Huh? 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 Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh? Huh? Huh.
Use that to get the rest of the material. So at this point in the game, you should hopefully have a grappling hook. Again, you should just buy it from the AH instead of spending all of your time trying to craft one yourself. Anyways, the next one is found at the end, which is required. The minimum requirement is combat level 12, and in my opinion, the easiest way to get there is to get yourself a half-decent undead sword. And again, with all the strength from the forging skill you got, it shouldn't be too difficult to enchant a sword that's pretty decent and 1 to 2 shot the zombie pigmen in the redstone section of the deep caverns. I would suggest you keep on killing them, and then you can get to the end race, run by Goober. If you step on this, it starts a timer, and this is the optimal route in my opinion. You go like this. Once you've completed the race in 48 seconds, then you unlock the Pig's Foot Talisman. Now, if you want my advice, again, you need at least a grappling hook. An aspect at the end would be nice, but I actually managed to do it without it. And Silent Pearls would be a really nice benefit. So, what Goober does is he actually gives you Silent Pearls free. Now, what most people do is they waste it on the earlier challenges, but what I would suggest on killing them, and then you can get to the end race, run by Goober. If you step on this, it starts a timer, and this is the optimal route in my opinion. You go like this. Once you've completed the race in 48 seconds, seconds, then you unlock the Pig's Foot Talisman. Now, if you want my advice, again, you need at least a grappling hook. An aspect at the end would be nice, but I actually managed to do it without it. And Silent Pearls is... Oh. What I would suggest is saving them for the latest round. The way it works is he actually increment that was for less than like 2 minutes. And there you go. I got it in 52 seconds. Not quite fast enough for the talisman, but that's because I failed multiple times. But yeah, using the Silent Pearls on the final trial, you go on that route I just did, use the pearls to correct any mistakes you might have made. And yeah, once you complete the race in 48 seconds, then you get the Pig's Foot Talisman, which if you look, only gives you 1 speed. It's pretty good though because its rarity gives you a pretty decent reforge, which is why I suggest getting it at this point. Alright, so that's all the talismans that I think are easy to get, you know, by yourself. But now, we're going to talk about the talismans that you get from minions, primarily. So, the Feather Talisman is unlocked at Feather Collection 4, and you craft it with 108 feathers. Now, the problem with that means you have to kill almost 1,000 chickens. As you can see on this profile, I literally don't even have it unlocked. So yeah, that's a bad example on this profile. But I would suggest kill enough chickens for a minion, collect it frequently, and get yourself the 1,000 feathers required for the collection here. Once you've done that, then you can craft yourself the talisman. And this is another one that has a ring and artifact version. Again, if you want to get those versions, you should either buy them or just continue grinding with minions. It's a long process. And then there's the Sea Creature Talisman, which is unlocked at Sponge Collection 4. So as you can see here, Sea Creature Talisman, and it's only crafted with 18 sponges. It's really easy. And this is another one that has a ring and artifact. But they are really good. I should note that they don't stack with each other. So if you have a potion affinity ring and artifact in your inventory, the reforge and the effect only works for the artifact. This is only true for those 2 lines of talismans. That might change. For example, next up is the Gravity Talisman. This is unlocked at 3. And this one's pretty easy to get. You just need to get yourself an obsidian minion. You need a diamond pick, preferably a haste potion. It might take a while to get 2.5 stacks of obsidian. But once you've gathered it, just put a minion down, actually. Not the 2.5 stacks, just get like a stack. Let it check materials to make the Gravity Talisman. Because otherwise it's going to take to just collect it manually. Okay, there's 2 similar ones, the Fire Talisman and the Lava Talisman. So you get these from killing the mobs in the Fortress. Fire is unlocked at Blaze Rod Collection 5. Lava is unlocked at Magma Cream Collection 7. So to get these, you just gotta turn up in the mobs and blazes and the Blaze Rods are required. Once you get 80 Blaze Rods, you can get a minion, put one on your island, preferably have it inside the box so that the blazes don't shoot at you while you're just on your island. And the same goes for Magma Cubes. This is actually a very popular method of making money even after several nerfs. Magma Cubes make a ton of money from dropping Magma Cubes. So this is another minion you want to get. Kill a bunch of these. Fire Talisman. 9 enchanted blaze powder, then we go to the magma cream here, go to Lava Talisman, next up is the Farmer's Ore, which is unlocked at Pumpkin Collection 6. It's crafted with 8 enchanted pumpkins and 1 enchanted glowstone. And this one is going to require a pumpkin minion, obviously. But if you want, you can also make one of these. A full width pumpkin farm. It takes like 6 hours to make by yourself. Same goes for magma cubes. This is actually a very popular method of making money even after several nerfs. Magma cubes make a ton of money from dropping magma cream. So this is another minion you'd want to get. Kill a bunch of these, make the minion, let it run for a few days, and then craft the talisman. Fire talisman made with 9 enchanted blaze powder. Then we go to the magma cream talisman. The minion, let it run for a few days, and then craft the talisman. Fire talisman made with 9 enchanted blaze powder. Then we go to the magma cream here. Go to lava talisman, 9 enchanted magma cream. Next up is the farmer's orb, which is unlocked at Pumpkin Collection 6. It's crafted with 8 enchanted pumpkins and 1 enchanted glowstone. And this one is going to require a pumpkin minion, obviously. But if you want, you can also make one of these. A full width pumpkin farm. It takes like 6 hours to make by yourself. Wouldn't recommend the process, but it is certainly a crazy thing. But yeah, you could do that. And then the other thing is you're going to need a glowstone minion because you need an enchanted glowstone block, which is quite expensive in itself. Then there's the night vision charm, which is unlocked in Mushroom Collection 7. And it's crafted with 4 of each enchanted mushroom. So yeah, it's pretty expensive. This minion requires being put in the dark. You actually get mushrooms at the area with the sugarcane that I mentioned earlier, just past the farm. Don't bother collecting all of it yourself because it requires so many mushrooms. So yeah, just put a minion down. And then there's the day and night crystals, which are unlocked at Quartz Collections 7 and 8. So if we go here, you have the night crystal, which is crafted with an enchanted quartz block for quartz. Same goes for the day crystal, which is crafted with the same recipe, just moved a little bit. And these are good because they're really rare talisman, but the problem is Quartz Collection takes a long time. So get yourself a minion, maybe even 2 of them, because again, it takes forever to get this much quartz. Have it run for like a week, and then you should have enough. Hypixel Skyblock, guys. There's no easy easy way to get everything really quickly. So yeah, just it's gonna be a long grind. And another annoying one is the haste ring, which is unlocked at Cobblestone Collection 8. It is crafted with 4 stacks of enchanted cobblestone. So I think a requirement to get this is going to be using the cobblestone minion at least to unlock the collection for all these things, or you can just use this. What this is a haste 2 beacon with this really crazy cobble generator here. I have a stonk, but what you can actually use is haste 3 potions and an efficiency 5 golden pick. But the idea is that you just run across this and point up, and then you just collect a whole bunch of stone. Make sure not to AFK, or you can actually get banned. And also make sure that when you're, using that you wiggle the mouse a little bit so you get the actual XP, so that you can unlock the recipe. But yeah, unlocking the recipe is the hard part. Once you've done it, you should have enough to craft the haste ring. You're also going to want super compactors, but hey, if you're on the talisman quest, then haste ring. And then finally, this one's actually a little controversial, right? So this is the experience artifact, which is unlocked at Lapis Collection 9. And it is expensive. It requires 9 enchanted lapis blocks. I've been told by a lot of people that it's not worth buying them in the auction house, waste of 500k, whatever. I personally think that it is worth buying in the auction house, but for the purposes of this list, I put it in the minion category. It is by far the most expensive item to craft with minions. So you're going to need at least like 2 or 3 lapis minions going for about 2 weeks maybe. And you can craft it, or you can get 500k coins and just buy it. So, in the minion category, it is by far the most expensive item to craft with minions. So you're going to need at least like 2 or 3 lapis minions going for about 2 weeks maybe. And you can craft it, or you can get 500k coins and just buy it. So that's all of the talisman that you can get more easily from minions. Now time to move to the next category. Alright, these are the auction house talismans. So these are the ones that I think are not worth grinding for, and you should just buy them from the auction house. So first off, we're going to go with the healing talisman, which is unlocked at Lilypad Collection 3. You can get it from fishing, but it takes a lot of fishing. I mean, let's see, healing talisman. It's only 100 Lilypad, but they go for cheap. But yeah, I say you could probably get it on your own, but it just takes a lot of fishing. You're gonna need angler gear. You're gonna need at least a speedster rod. You're gonna need at least a bunch of spiked bait with Thanofish, and you can grind for it. As you can see, our island went a little nuts with fishing for whatever. You're gonna need at least a speedster rod. You're gonna need at least a bunch of spiked bait with Thanofish, and you can grind for it. As you can see, our island went a little nuts with fishing for whatever reason. Comparatively speaking, we have like 1400 collection. The other one you're definitely going to want to just buy is the healing ring. That's 6,000 lily pads. That is unreasonable. So yeah, if you see a healing ring in the auction house, just buy it, because getting it yourself is literally going to take months. Then there's the bat talisman, which is a rare drop from bats. Bats don't really spawn very often. If you want to do it yourself, then you could get a bunch of roofed forest islands. Well, actually, you only really can put one, because the spinning box thing spawns bats. You can only have one spinning box thing per type, so or crystal, right? The bat crystal, whatever it is. But yeah, it's a rare drop from bats, 1% chance. It's so difficult to get, so I would recommend just buying it off the auction house, because you could literally grind for days and not get one, because again, bats are so rare and the chance is so low. So yeah. Next up is the spider talisman. Now this is a rare drop from the brood mother, and that is at the spider's den. The spider's den, okay, so this boss is one of the most annoying things in this game. Now the way it works is there's no set spawn time with the brood mother. The way it works, from what I understand, is that it will spawn at the top top there in brand new lobbies. And once somebody kills it, the boss respawns after an hour. So because of that, there is no set time on when the boss will spawn. I guess you could look for the day. I think at day 30, a lobby will reset. It's day 25, so technically in 5 Minecraft days, this server is going to restart. And then if you get really lucky, you can re-queue it after it's been restarted and find the brood mother right away. But chances are that's not going to happen. So you're just going to have to sit at the top of the spider's den. There's nothing you can do other than wait. And the way it works is once you get to the top, once the brood mother spawns, it will be amongst all of the mobs that just spawn up in that group. So then that's when you kill it. There's going to be a lot of people there competing with you because everybody wants spider talismans because of the recent Slayer update and the new crafting recipes with all the new stuff. So it's going to be a big struggle just to get what you want. So yeah, this is, as you can see, there's 3 people up here waiting for the spider or the brood mother to spawn. So I'm going to wait. See, there we go. It just randomly spawns spiders up here. Oh my god, that's a brood mother. Did I just... That's gotta be the luckiest thing I've ever seen. I just got a spider talisman. Well, there you have it. And now, it's 10:09 a.m. That boss is gonna spawn in exactly an hour. But yeah, as you can see, the broodmother literally spawned right in my face as I was explaining how the spawning mechanics work. That was probably the luckiest thing that could have possibly happened. Moving on, the wolf talisman. I don't even have this one on this profile. I have it on my other profile. Let me go there. Okay, so this is what the wolf talisman looks like. It reduces the damage taken from wolves by 5%. It's a rare drop from old wolves, which you can find at the ruins, which is over here. But chances are you're not going to get it. It's a super rare chance. After like 6 hours of grinding, I saw someone only get one of these. And that's after 6 hours of killing old wolves. So yeah, just buy one of these. Again, it's going to cost you like 170,000, or at least right now that's what it goes for. The values might change in the auction house as you keep going.